Welcome to another episode of the Nintendo Powercast Nintendo News Minute. I'm your host, N64 Josh. Remember, before we jump into this, Welcome to another episode of the Nintendo Powercast Nintendo News Minute. I'm your host, N64 Josh. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at a bunch of Nintendo news bites. We're also going to be looking at some rumors with the Nintendo Switch and possible leaks of not only hardware, but even some possible accessories. Before we jump into this, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. Now, let's get into some Nintendo news bites. First up, Super Mario Land 2 icons are now available to Nintendo Switch Online subscribers. This comes to us via Nintendo Life, and I fired up the game yesterday because I wanted to be able to get some of these icons. They look fantastic, and as you can see, there is a tweet here from NSO Icon Alerts, which if you want to know which icons are going to be available, that may be an account you want to follow. And as you can see, you've got Mario with the bunny ears and Astronaut Mario. Then there are a few enemies and Wario. And as soon as I saw that Mario in with the astronaut outfit and the bunny ears, I was like, yo, I got to get these ones. So I immediately fired up the game. This is one that I want to get, or these are a few that I want to get in my collection. Moving on here. Nintendo Music now has Splatoon 2, and you can listen to 3 hours and 34 minutes. 105 tracks from Splatoon 2, and it is quite the list, as you can see here. So much to listen to from Splatoon 2. Are you guys listening to Nintendo Music? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be honest, it's something I fire up quite regularly and love all of the different music that they have added and they continue to add. And I think before Nintendo Music was a thing, I was listening to Before Nintendo Music was a thing, I was listening to songs on YouTube constantly. I would have the Mario Wonder soundtrack up on a regular basis, and quite frankly, I loved it. So I'm really happy to see all of this music make its way to the Nintendo Music app, and I just hope this is something that keeps going for quite some time. Next up, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. It launched yesterday. It's $10 on iOS and Android. It's going to be jumping up to $20 at the end of January. They give you the option to start your game over or to move everything that you've already done into your current game, that's the option I went with. So if you are a fan of Animal Crossing Pocket Camp and you've been waiting to be able to jump back in because it wasn't available, well, now it's back out. And I will tell you this, the game starts and it's honestly adorable. You get to see KK Slider. He tells you while you're up in the mountains with all the snow that he'll be performing nightly in this area of in this camping area. And it's great. And I even turned the sound on in the game so I could hear the music. I could hear the crunching of the snow as the characters walked around. And I went and found my buddy Rolled and had him follow me around as kind of I think he's like the campsite curator or something along those lines. Anyway, a lot of fun there. And it is available if you have been waiting. Next Nintendo news bite here. Look at this, you guys. Nintendo of America tweeted out, a puzzle classic returns. Tetris for the NES is coming to Nintendo Switch Online on 12/12. I'll be honest, kind of excites me. Not a game I'll probably play all the time, but this was a game I owned as a child. Both of my parents enjoyed it, and it was one that I could sit and play with them. Now, obviously, I believe it was only one player. But when the hype around Tetris really, really got into full swing when it launched on Game Boy, my parents wanted in on it. And so, of course, when it finally hit the NES, we were able to get it. I love the fact that we see not only Tetris on the Game Boy, on NSO, but now we are seeing the NES version as well. And I will point out, if you guys have any interest in Tetris whatsoever, you should go and check out the world record run for Tetris on NES. It is absolutely amazing, and I really, really suggest going and watching it because it will blow your mind. If you've played Tetris at all, the way these people play this game at such high level it'll blow you away. So make sure to go and check that out. And again, 12/12, you'll be able to play Tetris on Nintendo Switch Online. Next up, Christmas themed user icons are available for Nintendo Switch Online members. And as you can see, we have a 2024 collection, and it's quite extensive. Honestly, I have gone through and snagged quite a few of them, and they are adorable. And remember, Nintendo did this last year as well. It is something that they will probably continue to do year after year. And you've got so many different games included, from the Mario series to Zelda, Animal Crossing, Pikmin, Splatoon, and more. So make sure to go and check those out if you want to see your icon get all festive for the holidays. And they are available until 12/25. If you're a fan of the Tales of games, the Tales of series 30th anniversary live broadcast is coming later this month. And this comes to us via My Nintendo News. And there is a tweet here, and it looks like I'll just go over what they ended up putting in their article. It says Bandai Namco has confirmed that the long-awaited live broadcast for the beloved Tales of series will be streamed on the 16th of December. The event will celebrate the 30 years of the long-running RPG franchise with the latest remaster, Tales of Grace's F Remastered, coming to Nintendo Switch family of systems in January. The special live broadcast will begin at 7 p.m. JST. So if you are a fan of the series, something for you to look forward to on the 16th of December. Well, that's going to do it for our Nintendo News Bite. Let's head over into the rumors. Well, first up here, a Bilibili user apparently shows off this article comes to us via My Nintendo News, and again, it is a rumor, take it with a grain of salt, but Bilibili user apparently shows off Switch 2 Joy-Cons. So, give you some of the information here from the article. It says a user on a Chinese social network, Bilibili, has uploaded a relatively blurry video of what he claims to be Joy-Cons from the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 system. The video attempts to highlight some of the differences compared to the current Joy-Con controller. The main difference is the Switch 2 Joy-Con uses magnets to connect to the console, along with what seems to be a release button. The individual who uploaded the video of the Joy-Con says that the production volume for the Nintendo Switch is not high enough for the rumored March release, though it is widely thought that the Switch 2 will release sometime in the summer. And so if you are watching the video, you can see pictures of the Joy-Con right here, and I don't know about this. I mean, taken with what looks like a flip phone from 2001, these are not the best photos. There's really no reason that they couldn't just be 3D printed. If you think back not too long ago, we did see photos of Joy-Con shells and essentially the shell of the Switch itself and of the tablet. And these do have a very similar look, but I just don't know that I'm sold that these are real. And there are so many different conversations being had right now about the production of the Switch 2 and if we're going to see it in January or if we're going to see it in March. And there are so many conversations going on right now about if we are going to see the Switch 2 announced in January and then with a March release date, with the amount of production volume that is possible. Does this person really have that information? I guess if they really do have Joy-Con, they might. But also, these are just black and white. The buttons aren't colored like everybody is anticipating. And so, is that really going to be the case? Are we going to just see Joy-Cons that are very similar to the last set? Hard to say, but that might end up being the case. I know for me personally, there's been rumors and talks about the potential of a colored button system. All right, from the rumor mill, Okay, well, time for the grain of salt. A Billy. Okay, well, time for a grain of salt. A Billy user apparently shows off Switch 2 Joy-Cons. This is coming via My Nintendo News. And I don't know about this one. I don't know. Let's see. The article says a user on Chinese social network Bilibili has uploaded a relatively blurry video of what he claims to be Joy-Cons for the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 system. The video attempts to highlight some of the differences compared to the current Joy-Con controllers. The main difference is the Switch 2 Joy-Con uses magnets to connect to the console, along with what seems to be a release button. The individual who uploaded the video of the Joy-Con says that the production volume for the Nintendo Switch 2 is not high enough for the rumored March release, though it is widely thought that the Switch 2 will release sometime in the summer. And then so we have some photos here of these Joy-Con. And just looking at them, one, why are they taking on a flip phone from like 2001? That I don't quite understand. Like, what is the purpose of them being so blurry? And who knows? Maybe it's some I don't like it takes away from the overall validity of these photos being so blurry because if they're 3D printed, we're not going to be able to see the potential grooves. And of course, they could be sanded and made to look legit. But if anything, these look far more like a prototype than a finished product. To me, the edges don't seem very smooth, and that could be from the picture quality, or it could be because they are 3D printed on a cheap 3D printer. It's really hard to say, but I am taking this with a massive grain of salt. I don't know that I think these are real. I also am very curious about the volume of the Nintendo Switches and will it be available by March or January? I'm also very I'm also very interested in the conversation around will the Switch be announced in January and come out in March? According to this person, there's not enough volume there for them to be released in March, but there's been so many other conversations around this. If you guys follow closely any of the leaks and rumors around Switch 2, that there seems to be a possibility that the Switch could be coming out in March. And I personally, as you heard from the last episode of the Nintendo Powercast, I don't think it's impossible. I really, really don't. But what do you think? Make sure to let me know in the comments, whether you're here on YouTube or watching or listening on Spotify. Do you think we see the Nintendo Switch 2 in March? And do you think these photos are real? I'm just not quite sold on them, honestly. I think they're probably pretty close to what the final Joy-Con will look like, but I'm just not sure that these are what the actual Joy-Con will. But I'm just not sure that these are real, in my opinion. Let's head over to our final topic of today, which is Nintendo Switch 2 accessories possibly being sold already. This article comes to us via Nintendo. This article comes to us via Nintendo Life. Switch 2 accessories are seemingly already being on sale. This article comes to us via Nintendo Life. It says Switch 2 accessories seemingly already on sale via Chinese vendors. And as we can see from the article here, it says Nintendo isn't likely to reveal the highly anticipated Switch 2 before the end of 2024. But apparently, it hasn't stopped Chinese vendors from selling accessories for the console via wholesale platforms. Via wholesale platform Alibaba. As spotted on family boards and reported by our friends over at Eurogamer, the accessories can be purchased in bulk and appear to have been produced based on accurate specifications for the upcoming Switch successor. So, as you can see here, there's a. So, as we're going to see, there are screen protectors And the image here is showing the original Switch screen protector with the Switch 2 screen protector. So it's not the OLED. It's not the OLED that they're showing with it's the original here. So still, it seems like quite a. So the accessories that are being sold are cases and screen protectors. So as we can see from this photo here, the original Switch screen protector is what's being shown with the Switch 2 screen protector, which is quite a bit bigger. Keep in mind, this isn't the OLED, so it's not a huge jump, but about an inch bigger from what all of the information out there. It is. As far as the accessories that are being sold, the first is a screen protector, which you can see is much larger than the original Switch screen, which is what you can see in the photo here if you're watching this. And it's rumored to be around 8 inches. So that's about an inch bigger than your OLED. But looking at this photo, it's fair amount bigger than the original Switch screen. And then there's also cases that they are selling. And I've seen videos of these, and there are some deeper indents and stuff. But then some people are saying, well, these are not much different than the streams or. But then some people are saying these are not much different than cases I already have for the current Switch. So we'll just have to see if they're real. If they're not, it could be something just to move product. You never really know. All that being said, I know everybody is very excited and cannot wait to get their hands on Switch 2 and find out some official news. So Nintendo, if you're listening, please, we beg you, announce the system already. We are so ready. Let me know your thoughts on everything you heard today in the comments below, and we will see you in the next one. Bye now.